In the previous episode, we defeated the Wall of Flesh and got all of our hard mode ores taken care of. We did all the way up through Adamantite and made some weapons. I made the Ricochet, which seems okay. We'll see how that actually ends up working out. I have another slot over here, so I actually may as well just go ahead and plop that in. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? We got a few things to do today. I don't know if I'm actually going to do a boss. We'll see. I need to do the Wall of Flesh again in order to get this next guide to expert throwing. So this is 10% increased throwing damage and 20% of your throwing damage is duplicated. Seems pretty good. That goes all the way up to this one, which I could get after the mechanical bosses. So yeah, that is a priority for sure. But it's not necessary at the moment. I'd rather get our new armor and weapons set up. So let's see here. We have one armor set. Is the Plague Doctor's stuff. This seems fun. I like the aesthetic of the Plague Doctor stuff, so probably go for that. Got throwing damage and velocity, critical strike, increase max technique points by 1. That seems fine. And then there's also the fungus armor. This has throwing speed, throwing damage, chance not to consume items, increase max technique points. Seems interesting. This is from some mushroom stuff in the hard mode mushroom biome. This would be easier to get, I think, potentially. We also have a couple techniques. So, Blood Lotus is one of them. If I could see it. Why don't I see blood? No? Isn't that what it's called? What if I just type technique? Sticky explosive, shadow dance. You know what? It's not here. It's not here, which means that it was likely removed or changed in one of the patches, which is totally fine. But it's their thrower guide on the official wiki is now outdated. All right, blinding dash was another though. Press the technique to dash forward, stunning enemies in the process. That sounds kind of nice. Just some crystal shards for that one. Okay, let's, I think, go get some souls. So souls of light, souls of night, all that fun stuff. We can get the souls of night pretty easy. I'm just gonna pop down here and then we'll work our way across. I can also just go into the mushroom biome down here. That may not be a bad idea, because then I can get both, right? Potentially. Then I could potentially get the, I gotta adjust my keyboard, it's in a weird spot. You ever have that where like you're so used to keyboard and mouse being in specific areas and then it's not in that area and you're like, I don't know about this. Happens to me fairly often, actually. I'm very particular, but you know, as a person who's also a musician, you know, I've been playing the drums for, goodness, has it really been, I don't want to say the word because it sounds weird. Has it been 20 years? I've been a drummer for 20. Oh, I missed that. I should have grabbed that. I saw the worm there. Dang, that's really weird to say, and I don't like that feeling of, oh my goodness, I'm way older than I thought I was, because I've been playing since I was 15. It's insane. Anyways, yeah, as a musician as well, it's the same thing. If my setup isn't like exactly how I like it, hated it. It takes a lot of work, you know. You gotta have it perfect. And there'd be the times where nothing ever felt perfect, even though, you know, nothing had been touched. You're like, someone's messed with my stuff. That's how it always felt. Anyway, it's kind of the same thing with keyboard and mouse. What was I saying before that? I don't really know. It doesn't really matter. Doubling up on the, oh my goodness. That did so much damage. Doubling up on the reagents. Oh, I should probably get the net now so I can get these truffle worms, I think. I think it's probably worth mentioning that when you guys are seeing this episode, if I've done the math correctly, because there's a lot of back-end stuff that happens. Like for planning a vacation or for me being gone and having episodes recorded ahead of time, it requires a lot of planning and a lot of math and being like, okay, this episode needs to go up on this day and this one. So this should be on Monday, I hope, if I did it correctly. If you guys are seeing it on Monday, then that means I'm in the middle of my vacation and I'm probably having a great time. Let's hope I'm having a great time. Because we got some nasties headed our way. Yeah, because this is the problem with living in Florida, or, you know, I guess if you also lived in the Gulf or up the East Coast, it's about this time of year that get a lot of hurricanes. And we don't currently have a hurricane on the horizon, but we have a potential tropical storm heading right towards Orlando, which is where we're going to be. And it's not ideal because, you know, we're going to be, again, I can't say it loud because the kids, they listen. We're going to be at Disney World. There we go. Just going to do it that way so they couldn't hear it. They're sleeping, but you never know. They like to, one of them likes to sleepwalk. The others just kind of like to listen in on stuff. Anyways, we're going to be gone doing that. And if it is raining there, that's not ideal. It's really not ideal for us. So we would obviously ideally be in a situation where it's not raining every day. But if I had to be like, what's the perfect day for a trip to one of those parks, it would be, it's beautiful weather in the morning. Okay. Get to about noon, 1-ish, starts dumping rain, right? Rain for 1-2 hours. Gives you enough time to kind of like go do some of the indoor stuff there. Or if you're staying there or in the area, you just leave the park and you come back later. And then that way, ooh, found the wizard. And then that way, for the rest of the evening, it's cool. There's, I remember the harps. What a weird thing. Decorative potions, gem bottle. I need something from him. I need a crystal ball. Yeah, that would be the ideal day. It's like just having it so there are, you know, basically it rainstorms, huge rainstorm, clears out the park, and then gives everybody a bit of a break from the heat, but also means that when you go back in the evening, or when you're at the evening in the park, you just maybe never left, you went and did other things, you're in a position where there's nobody there, it's nice and cool. Like, that's the best way to do it. That's my favorite way to do it. And you can almost guarantee some kind of rainstorm, maybe 3 to 4 times a week during this time of year where I'm at. Which is nice, right? We get awesome rain. We get awesome like thunderstorms for people who really enjoy the rain and whatnot. But if you're planning on doing things that require you to be outside, you know, it makes it a bit more difficult, of course. We found a rune wizard here. We'll kill this, and I think I'll head back because I have 20 Souls of Night now. Way more than I needed to get, but I wanted to kind of stock up a bit, knowing that I was going to end up using them for huge majority of what we're doing here. Ooh, more duders. Yeah, I'll kill them too. Kill them too. Get him dead. I love that stun. It feels very good. Any others? All right, that's good. Let's go back. So let's dump that in there. We'll put this in here for a crafting station. Dump that in. We got unfathomable flesh. What does this make? I gotta clear that out. We can make more. What is that? No, I can make it. Okay, but what does it do? Flesh horn. That sounds so gross. Why, Thorium? Why would you do that? There's a hammer, a flesh hammer, a flesh axe. Why? A flesh pickaxe, 160. Our current one is 165, and we don't even have adamantite. So like I could make the adamantite pick, but it's not really worth it right this moment. We could get wings. Actually, that's not a bad idea if I could get enough of that. Flesh mace. Ew, I don't understand. Why go with that? That just feels dirty. We got a lot of wing options that we could potentially do as well. Dread wings. Dude, that sounds cool. Cyclone. What's that one? Wind chimes. Oh, that's cool. Demon blood wings. Okay, we're not doing any of that, obviously. But I've got a bunch of Souls of Night. I've got a bunch of Ichor, which I don't think I can make. No, that's flail, right? Flail weapons have a chance to release bile spike. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Is there anything for thrower? Festering balloon. Throw an Ichor-filled balloon. Right-click to toss a weak dart, which can pop the balloon and release its contents. That also sounds kind of gross. And the fact that it is not a unlimited thing. That's weird. I don't like that. Golden shower, blah, blah, blah. This game has some gross stuff. I don't understand people's issue. You know what? Just don't make weird, gross stuff like a flesh horde. I don't even like saying it. Wow, the corruption has spread, or sorry, the crimson has spread like super quick over here. I don't like that. So I may go ahead and take the suggestion that we got before. Can I make an insta-elevator? What do I need for it? I could buy the dynamite, that's not an issue. I can make the torches, or I could buy them, that's not an issue. I also have a bunch of torches, let's just drop a bunch in there, huh? Because I feel like I need to do some containment. I know I like just accidentally grabbed all 500, but let's just dump that in. Rope coils, let's just make a bunch of those. Got the rest. Okay, so I just need to go buy a bunch of dynamite. Because if I can contain that, that would be freaking fantastic. Right now, that is kind of a big problem. Is the lack of containment on this. Does not feel great. I just spent a bunch of gold on this, but totally worth it. Let's make... I need at least 4. Okay, so this is gonna, you know, break the world a little bit, but not so much. There's no like huge structure down there that I'm just gonna like blow a hole through. I hope. Okay, I think I've completed Operation Containment, potentially. So I have both, oh my goodness, blood moons. No, I don't want to do a blood moon, thank you very much. Cancel event, thank you. There are hard mode blood moon stuff. I'm not gonna do it right now. Okay, right, what was I saying? Yeah, I contained. So I put a couple containments around this giant mess over here. Obviously, I would like to get this back and reclaim it, but that's not going to happen right this moment. So I actually need a Contaminator to kind of clear that up. I contained this one right here on both sides. We have our hallowed over here, which actually tells me that we might have underground hallowed somewhere over here. I mean, it might have gone like this. Oh, it has. Okay, I can see it right there. Boom. So we can go over there and get our Souls of Light, which is what we're going to do. And then I contained this one as well. It has spread all the way almost over to the dungeon and then over to here. So that spread is insane. I should have, obviously, done that before going into hard mode and having it just do like a major spread, but I didn't. So there you go. Ooh, I see more adamantite. I'm going to get it because these weapons are pretty sick, actually. I'm very happy with the ricochet, but obviously that's a limited resource, so I need to make sure I keep grabbing adamantite when I see it. Are you kidding me? I did all that to kill all that. I got killed by a stupid trap I didn't even see. Only in Terraria that once you feel like I'm safe from traps, like outside of boulders and maybe some like lava stuff, or sneaky stuff, I'm safe. No, only in Terraria will you be completely confident you're safe and then bam, dart trap. This is why that hardcore playthrough I played through was so brutal. Because of traps. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a little bit of an older one, but I almost just fell for the same thing too. But it's a good one, I think. Oh my goodness, you stupid trap. The worst possible spot. Yeah, I broke my track. Oh no. That sucks. What am I gonna ever do? It's one of my favorites because of just the absurdity of that series. But it is also brutal. You know, hardcore mode in Terraria is brutal, for sure. It took a lot out of me, that series. You know, normally I'd be like, I guarantee you if I did another hardcore playthrough of just like vanilla Terraria, that I would do so much better than I did in that one. But then I think about it for a second. I'm like, no, that wouldn't happen. You just saw what I did with that stupid trap where I just kept hitting it. That would be my life. That's just how I am nowadays. I just suck. I just suck with traps. I don't know. I feel like that's a pipe dream. Crap. Also, there's still things about vanilla Terraria that I despise. And number one, chief among them, are the pillars. Even now that the pillar event is better, it is still the bane of my existence. If you've watched the hardcore series, you understand just how hard that stupid pillar event is. I hate it so much. But even with it being reduced, it's still too much. It is still way too much in vanilla Terraria, in my opinion. So that's a tough one to be like, yeah, no, I would love to play vanilla Terraria hardcore and do like an updated series on that. But would I really? I don't know, because would it even be worth it? Like, I would still be running into the same frustrations that I had in the first one. And that honestly, you know, like that made the game not fun to play, because it's just like, I hate the stupid pillars. I hate the what is it? I'm trying to remember the name of it. Well, anyways, there's a bunch of like weird mechanics in vanilla Terraria that make hardcore play not fun, just in general. There's some things that, oh my goodness, the stupid bat, I can't believe it does 200 damage when it hits me, or 150 or whatever it was. There's certain things about like vanilla Terraria that I think are really good in vanilla Terraria, but the moment you translate that to hardcore, it gets really frustrating. Traps, sure. Yeah, you know what? I could see traps, right? Traps can be very frustrating for people. I without spoiling the series, you know, go watch it, because I think it's worth it. The hardcore stuff with traps is annoying. You know, I died a couple times to traps, as you might have expected. But just the absurdity of the trap sometimes, where it's like you can't even see it. Like there's like grass stuff on the ground, like underground, and you land on a trap and it just blows you up and you die. It's like, oh, well, I could not have done anything about that. The only thing you could do is by running like a potion, which you don't have an infinite amount of those potions in vanilla Terraria, and so it makes it really difficult to like do things underground. You have to like very monotonously clear everything out. It's just not as fun as it sounds from like a gameplay perspective, or from a viewer perspective where you're watching it happen. Oh no, kill the Medusa. Oh, get off my booty. Kill the Medusa, please. From like a watching it perspective, yeah, it's fun, but you're not as a viewer seeing the hundreds of hours that are going into that series for pre-hard mode, because of all the work that goes into it. Okay, I got just enough Souls of Light, and I actually found 2 crystals too to summon the Queen Slime later on, which is quite nice. Okay, let's dump my money in because I kept dropping that. Plague Doctor. I'm gonna need more silk. Can I make more silk? I better be able to. Yeah, I can make a bunch. 100. Did I make 100? I did. Okay. Plague. There we go. Craft that one. Get that one going. Craft this one. That one going. Wait, what am I missing? Oh, right. I needed 6 Souls of Light per. Yikes. Okay, that's fine. Gotta go back down and do this again. This is gonna be all that we do for this episode then, because like I'm taking so much time to do this, and I need to be doing better things in the game, and I'm just like working on trying to get my first armor set. Maybe it would have behooved me to make that mushroom one first and then go from there, but I just like the Plague Doctor stuff too much, right? I gotta get it. Also, another thing I gotta get is not in the lava. That'd be great. I need to go immediately get this adamantite if I can. That's gonna kill me if I get that, is it? No. Okay. How do I do this? It's kind of a tricky little spot, huh? I finally have enough souls. Oh my goodness, that took so freaking long. I died so many times down there. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Okay, so plague. What do I have? I have the chest and that, so I need the legs. Boom. Okay, we are currently at 34 defense. We're gonna go up to 42. It's a good increase. And then we get a 12% increased throwing damage, 33% chance not to consume thrown items. Increase your max technique points by 1, and set bonus, your plague gas will linger in the air twice as long, and your plague reactions will deal 20% more damage. Interesting. Okay, we gotta take the cloak off for this one, I think. What else is that? What am I, is it the book? No. Is it the wings? It's the gloves. Okay, there we go. Now we're looking pretty sweet. All right, this is a problem. We have some poison stuff going on here, and I'm not quite sure what it is. So let's look at this. Sonar potion, night owl, flask of poison. Is it this one? Toxic coating. Throwing attacks have a chance to poison enemies, okay? Spore coating. Throwing has a chance to inflict enemies with mycelium. That one has a chance to petrify. Okay, that one's a snare. Interesting. Throwing attacks will have a chance to poison enemies. Toxic coating. This says your plague gas will linger in the air twice as long. What is a plague gas? What are we... Okay, you know what? I have it open on the wiki. Let's see what it says. Plague gas. Okay. So, its set bonus causes gas clouds thrown by the wearer linger twice as long. Gas clouds. What are gas clouds? Gas container. Oh, I can make one. Oh, okay. Let's get out of that. Gas. What am I missing? Gas container. Bottles. Of course I'm missing bottles. I don't even have enough. I need to get more bottles. But with that, we can make this new weapon. 42 throwing damage. Expels noxious plague gas upon impacting an enemy or tile. Plague gas can react with other vile mixtures, activating different volatile effects. That is interesting. Okay. And now that we have the Plague Doctor's set, that might work pretty well. We also had the mushroom set, right? What was that one called? Let me back this up. And, no, I'm still on the wrong page. Fungus armor. Okay, fungus. Maybe I have enough for this one? Let's try it. Let's see what it is. So, we'll take that. We'll craft that. I definitely should have crafted this first before dying all that time. So, this set looks stupid. No offense to whoever designed it. Damage done against mycelium-infected enemies is increased by 10%. Dealing damage to enemies inflicted with mycelium briefly increases throwing speed by 10%. Yeah, that doesn't sound as good or as cool as this one. So we're going to go back to this one because it just sounds better. And I got to decide what I want to do with it.